Hey everyone, thanks for joining us. The next episode of Red Valkyrie is about to start. Hello everyone and welcome to another episode of Red Valkyrie. I'm your host Shae the Red, feeling a little bit paler than normal, which is interesting. And I'm here with the very talented Patrick Parnell. How are you doing, sir?
I'm doing very well, Shae. How are you?
I'm doing great. I feel very well rested.
By the way, I want to point out that I love your makeup.
Thank you. I appreciate it. I just threw this on. Totally did not take an hour to do. I was like, shit, trying to finish it. So we're here for your awesome, it's your sequel, right? Because you've had Johnny Phantasm 1977?
That's right.
Okay, and this one is Johnny Phantasm 1985, which is a superior year, if I do say so myself.
Mm-hmm.
For no real reason, not that I was born or anything at all. So I'm really excited to see, like, you have a DeLorean. I'm already in.
A red DeLorean.
You have a red DeLorean. I love it. I'm so happy. So let's just kick it off straight into your video, and then we will hear kind of what you have to say about it.
Sounds good.
Sweet.
Uh-oh, that froze. Am I the only one frozen in the comments? Okay, she froze. Is the video playing?
Sorry, guys.
What happened?
We're doing the funness. Hold up, we're gonna go back a little bit.
I wasn't sure if that was,
we're just going to here.
I wasn't sure if that was me or if that was you.
That was me. I love that I pay a shit ton of money for them to just completely throttle me every time I stream, because that's fun. Yeah. So we're gonna try this again. Apologies to everybody. If it freezes again, I'm sorry. You have to watch the video on your own connection, because apparently Verizon sucks.
Life for Johnny can be crazy. You never know who will go next. Until then, I drive, watch the city lights, lay the foot down, and just cruise.
I love it. Oh, it's so good. And I love that you made it a Halloween special, because I mean, like, I feel like this is for me almost. I know that you don't know me, but my day is also in October, so I'm like, oh, it's like my comic.
When in October is it?
The 18th.
Oh, right. Mine's the 25th.
Oh, look at that! I love it.
Well, yeah. I mean, I think Halloween is just a fun, nostalgic time for everybody. You know,
it really is, and you already jumped up people. That's awesome. So you already got backers.
Oh, sweet. And something I want to point out is, it happens. It kind of starts around Halloween, but actually the story actually ends in Christmas. So there's going to be some Christmas stuff in here too.
So it's like it's everyone's favorite 3-month stretch.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's one of the great things about being able to create your own stuff is you can kind of it's like guilty pleasures, you know. It's like I love Nightmare for Christmas, I love Halloween, I love
Mhm.
Christmas. Here's my way to kind of like incorporate that in a story with my good pal Evan, who co-writes this with me.
That's
Um,
awesome.
yeah, so it's like we're playing, doing a lot of fan service, but we're also doing a lot of self service here too.
Yeah, I mean, it definitely you definitely have captured the 80s vibes for sure.
Yeah,
Like,
it's weird. It's like, so in '77 we did a set of top style baseball, hockey, football, and basketball cards from Detroit.
mhm.
And we planned to do that with this one as well. And I was actually working on cards. And then at the, like, literally when I was putting up the campaign, Evan goes, "Why don't we do Garbageville Kids?" And I was like, "That's a really good idea. I just have to stay up all night and draw it."
You're like,
So,
I just
so
have to completely redo everything.
yeah. Well, I mean, I did the first trading card, like the one you see us peeking out right there. Like I started off with that one,
Mhm.
just to get the campaign up and running. And then as we made 11,000, then we unlocked another one. As we made 12,000, we unlocked another one. As we made 13,000, we unlocked another one. And then, as you saw in the back, if you put them together, they make the like the Cecil puzzle.
I love it. It's
Hmm.
awesome. So why don't you go ahead and tell people who might maybe missed out on Johnny Phantasm 77, why don't you go ahead and let them know a little bit about what Johnny Phantasm is and
Hmm.
why they should get 85?
Well, so like Johnny Phantasm is a story about a hitman living in a city called New Detroit, which is based off of Detroit. It's just a fictional version of Detroit. And he starts off as a hitman. He goes on a hit, and as he's killing this, it's a priest. That, I mean, it happens in the first couple of pages, so I'm not giving too much away.
Mhm.
The priest cursed him, and he gets cursed by these three kings, and they turn him into basically like a demon gangster. So in '77, what he's doing is he is basically taking over New Detroit and getting rid of all the other gangsters. So he's the only one.
Mhm.
And then what happens in 1985, like where we pick up, is he's been in control of New Detroit for about 8 years now, and now big government is coming in. There's like he's had control of the city for a while. There's casinos everywhere. It's kind of like a mess, but it's like it's a controlled burn, if that makes any sense.
Yeah.
What's happening is, the government sees the mess that the city is in, and they're sending in a new state's attorney who is running for mayor. So that's kind of like the antagonist in the story. Now, like if you didn't get 1977,
Mhm.
you could still get 1985 and still enjoy it. It's not it's like we don't write stories that you have to have the one before to understand what's happening. So
Right.
so if people missed out on '77, you can still pick up 1985 and still enjoy it. We do have a tier here where you can get the graphic novel of 1977. So if you just want to collect them all, we had about 100 issues of 1977 left over from the last run that we just did. The individual issues, there's 3 issues that we did.
Mhm.
We sold out of those. So now what we're doing is we're offering it as a graphic novel for those people that want to kind of just catch up to the speed of what's happening with Johnny.
Okay.
But if you're a fan of, like, I mean, like we mentioned before, like if you're a fan of like the '80s, if you're a fan of retro stuff, if you're into
Mhm.
throwback stuff, if you like Batman, if you like the Joker, if you like Daredevil, if you like the Mask, if you like the Shadow, if you like Dick Tracy, if you like pulp comics, if you like the Crow, especially if you like the Crow, because there's a lot of Crow stuff in here too.
Nice.
This is a good comic book for you.
That's
And then what's fun is this is going to be a journey. We did '77. We're finishing up '85 right now. Next is Johnny Phantasm 1993, and then we're finishing off the story arc with Johnny Phantasm 2001.
Oh, that's so cool.
So we're doing all these years that kind of like excite us and have a lot of good imagery. Now here, like what I like doing is I like showing people the pages. I know some other artists is like you kind of just randomly just get like whatever page you get.
Yeah.
Here I give the option for people to buy the page, and I think it's a pretty good deal. It's like you can get a comic book, a sticker, and a page I think for $145 or $175. I forget what it is, but it's
Wow.
I've looked around. It's the best deal around for sure.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, that's insanity for
And you
original
can
art.
also see what you're getting. Now, something as people are looking at these pages, something that I set out to do when I started drawing 1977 was I wanted every page to have eye candy.
Mhm.
If you've ever looked through like an artist portfolio at a convention and something like that, sometimes like there'll be like a Batman page, but there's like no Batman and no Joker. It's just like an alleyway, and there's nothing exciting on the page.
Mhm.
Every page that I draw, there's like something exciting that's happening on it. So it make a good piece for like a man cave or to put in like a living room or a hallway. Every page I do, I try to make it into a piece of art.
Yeah, and I mean, if you're looking at these, this is probably out of all of them that you have up here that are still available. This one with the two geisha looking girls is probably my favorite one.
Yeah, I like that one. And then if you notice, like the panel that's on the left is actually like a half of a spade.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, that's cool.
So like I do a lot of stuff like that. Like like some people kind of draw comic books. There's two different types of people that draw comic books, and you could break them down into subgroups. But there's people that draw comics that are kind of like Jim Lee, where it's like anatomy based. Like they're all drawing like anatomy. Like Ethan does the same thing. But then there's people that kind of do it more of as like a graphic design type of aspect, and that's kind of like where I go in. Like I draw on these shapes as a page, and I try to fit my figures into those shapes because it's more important for the whole page to look pleasing to me than a hand. Like my hands aren't always that great. My feet aren't always that great. But if you look at the whole page works.
Right, absolutely. Well, and you've got some really, really cool pages up here. Like
I appreciate that.
I really like a lot of what I'm seeing on here. This is another great one. Page 9 right here, where you've got like the close up of his eyes and everything, and you get to see him firing the gun. Like if you are interested in getting any kind of original artwork from any campaign, this is a really cool one to get some from for sure.
Well, and like me and Dan always say, Comicsgate is still kind of new. It's only been around for maybe like 2.5 years. When you're buying this art, you're buying history,
Right.
Like I still have pages 2 and 3 from 1977 still up. It's like imagine going back in time and being able to buy pages 2 and 3 from Spider-Man.
Right.
So it's like these are all going to be gone one day, and people are going to be kicking themselves that they didn't pull their trigger on them because they're going to see them on the secondary market for more. So like I encourage people to jump on them now while they're reasonable because next campaign they're going to be a little bit more expensive. The campaign after that they're going to be a little bit more expensive. And then when we're at FanFest, like I'm gonna like they're going to be like $200 or $300 a page.
Absolutely. Well, and I don't know. There's a lot of really cool stuff in here, like a very young Johnny Phantasm where he's like in Og trick or treating and stuff like that. It's awesome.
Yeah, well, what's funny about that, and I'm not giving too much away, but he's having a dream. That's why he has his makeup on, because when he was a child, he wasn't the Phantasm,
Right.
But in his dream, he's kind of having this vision, if you will.
Well, so you've got like, there's so much.
Yeah, well, see, so one of the things that that Evan and I like to do is we like making stuff. That's why we started doing the whole poker chip thing, and people are going nuts for it now because every campaign we do, you get a certain poker chip, and then last time with the last campaign, we unlocked 2 goals, so people were getting 2 poker chips. So far with this campaign, especially as we inch closer to 20,000, people are going to be able to get 3 poker chips, like with this campaign and all. It's like I know Dan and John, like everyone's like obsessing about them because everyone wants to get all of them now,
Right.
So it's like whenever you guys see like those early sign up sheets, because I mean for one of our poker chips, the only way that you can get it is if you signed up early for the early sign up. So it's like, like whenever you see those things with us or with anyone, always jump on that stuff because, that's all rare collectible stuff. And that's basically what comics is turning into now. It's like, it's all about collectibles. It's not so much like little paper pamphlets anymore. It's more about fun collectible stuff.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, and I really like, so the one thing that I will say that I'm sad you don't have, and nobody is going to be shocked by this. Where are your patches, dude?
Oh, patches. Well, like we talked about it. Like we talked about it. I mean, and that could be something like that we can still add in there. Like after we pass our first 30 days, which is coming up here in 6 days, we're gonna have some new tiers kind of open up with some new things. Like we're gonna have some type of Christmas tiers. We're gonna be
Nice.
we're gonna have like those old school comic book glasses.
Oh yeah.
Like we're gonna do 2 Johnny Phantasm collectible glasses. We're gonna do in the same set. You can get Johnny Phantasm Christmas cards if you want to send them out to your friends, or if you just want to hold on to them. And then we're gonna have a poker chip in that, and then that might be a good time to have a patch too. Like what type of patch are you talking about? Are you talking about like the real nice patches, or are you talking about like the punk rock patches? Like is there anything? Okay.
So you know what I've got, and yes, I'm gonna make this into a t-shirt. We'll talk after. I actually have a patch guy, and he does phenomenal work. He did the patches on the back of my jackets that I had made up for our show because we hit 1K. So for me and Cyborg, who isn't here, once Cy gets back and we're having our huge party in October, I've got jackets that have our channel logo on the back and our names embroidered across them, and then we're taking
cool.
all of our patches, all of our pins, all of the cool like stuff like that, and we're sewing them on. So we're gonna have essentially our indie comic colors.
Yeah, for sure.
It's gonna be epic.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna keep that in mind because we've already talked about that, and that's something that we were interested in. But like I hearing the demand, makes me think about doing it even more. So, like, what do you think would be a good patch? Like his face or
his face would be cool. There's a lot of cool things that you could do. Like his face would be a really cool patch, especially if you did a 75 or 100% embroidery. And the place that I go to has actual metallic thread that they can use too. So you could get his tooth to actually be a gold tooth.
That'd be awesome.
Exactly. You could even do, if you wanted the spade and the diamond to be kind of glitzy, you could still do metallic thread.
What's their minimum orders?
They're pretty. So I ordered 2 15-inch patches. Now, granted, at 2, the price was expensive. I also had sublimation dye in the background, silver thread, 75% embroidery, and massive. So it cost me a little bit, but I asked them if they could size that down. And the higher up you go, the less it costs per patch. So for me, when I said I wanted like 250 of just our channel logo, and if they could do them in 5 inches, that price actually went down to something that I went, oh, if I save for 2 or 3 months, I could actually get that. Or once I finally get the payout from being monetized, I could actually go and buy those. Like it's not some astronomical number. It's a couple $100. So, but I'll get you in contact with my guy. They're very good.
Yeah, it sounds good.
That's awesome. Okay, let's go over, because you have so many badass tiers. So let's go over the tier set so people know like where they can back and they can do what I'm doing, which is have
our most popular one, believe it or not, is the Full House. Now, the thing is, the Full House was also the secret perk. So if you did a pre-sign up, you were able to get the Full House, and you got like a special poker chip. We've sold a bunch of those. You just can't see them as a viewer. Only I can see them in the back. So it says 24 sold of the Full House, but it's actually closer to like 200 sold.
Holy cow, that is
awesome. So a majority of our backers got the Full House. Now the Full House, if you scroll down a hair, that's everything that you see in the Full House is the book, and then the trading cards, and then the pin sets. You get the collector postcards. You get the large Johnny Phantasm Bones style sticker, and then you get a sticker pack as well that has a like He-Man and a Voltron head and a Jetfire head, just kind of like a retro sticker pack.
That's awesome.
And then on top of that, everyone gets a poker chip right now. That poker chip that's at the very, very top. So,
right.
yeah. So I mean, like, we're fans of stuff, and one of the great things about crowdfunding is there's no middleman to pay, so we can give more stuff to more people. And we're still making money, which is crazy.
Right.
And that's the great thing about all of this. I mean, everyone knows that's watching this, like, knows that it's like there's just more bang for your buck when you're doing crowdfunding, when you're doing direct to consumer.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Well,
and then basically, like, all other tiers. So like this is another popular one. This is the Casino Royale, and this you get the Johnny Phantasm. You get the large sticker, like the one that has the guy. He's like bursting out. It's like with the green writing.
mm-hmm.
You get that sticker as well. But you also get, now, because we reached the stretch goal, everyone gets that poker chip, and everyone gets the 4 trading cards. The Garbage Pail Kid trading cards end with the Cecil thing on the back. So even if you just back it at $15, you're getting a book, you're getting a sticker, you're getting a poker chip, and you're getting 4 trading cards. So I mean, I feel like that's a pretty decent deal.
Hell yeah, that's amazing. That is a crazy deal. I'm shocked that you're still able to turn a profit with all of that you're able to give away.
Well, luckily it's only me and Evan, so it's not like I do. I plot it. I draw it, I ink it, I color it, I letter it, I do everything. So it's like, and then Evan does the writing. So it's not like we have to pay a bunch of people,
right?
Like a lot of people will have to pay their inkers and their colorists and their letterists. Like we're just a two-man show here.
That's awesome.
So we're able to kind of keep some of that money and also give some of it back into the product. And basically, like the rest of the tiers, it's kind of like Taco Bell. There's only a few ingredients, but it's just kind of different ways,
Right.
Like there, you get 2 of everything with the Casino Royale × 2, and then below there you get the T-shirt. A couple campaigns ago, we did a baseball shirt. Everyone loved it. And then there we had the Full House, like with the shirt. Now I'll show you. No, so you're coming down to a perk that has two books. You see it down. So this is the one that we actually sold out of. We had 100 of these, and we sold out of them. Now this has 77, and it has 85. And also with this one, you get the special poker chip that you had to sign up for. So this is like the Johnny Phantasm starter kit right here.
Right.
Now, originally we had 3 individual issues of Johnny Phantasm, but we sold out of those. So now what we're doing is you can get the 85 comic book, and then you can get a thin graphic novel with all 77 stuff in there, because some people still want to catch up. I just put this up yesterday, so there's no sales on this yet, which is understandable. But if you missed out on 77. You want to get the special poker chip that you had a pre sign up for, and you want to get 1985. This is the tier for you. Now again, like this is our like, even though there's no sales on this one particular, we sold out of this the first time around. So that is actually our second most popular tier.
There's gonna be a sale soon. I'm just saying. I don't know who, but it'll happen soon.
Okay, so yeah, my comic book pages. So here you can get a page, the large sticker, the book, and then keep in mind you're still getting a poker chip, and you're getting the 4 trading cards for $145. I mean, like most artists don't even sell their pages for under 200.
No.
So I mean, and one of the reasons why I do this is because if you look at my drawer right here, I have nothing but just pages. I have so many pages. And I don't want them sitting here collecting dust. I want people to enjoy these and have them, and show them off to their friends. So that's kind of that's one of the reasons why I sell them so cheap, is because I want people to enjoy them. I don't want to just hoard these.
See, and this is actually something that I'm noticing with a lot of creators recently. So you share the same mentality as Jason Bascom does, where he just basically gives away, like he draws something and he goes, yeah, somebody want it? I'll just mail it to you. Like, and it's like, dude, it's your art. Like, charge something for it. And he's like, nah, it's fine. It's fine. He just like gives it away. Jason Krager's the same way. Like, he came on my show and we were promoting his book, and all of a sudden he is like, I'm giving away stuff. Back and give me your backer number, and we'll just pick one randomly. And I was like, hold on, let me actually find like a random number generator now, and so I can randomly pick a backer number for you. You know, and he ended up giving away statues that he made for his campaign and artwork.
Oh yeah, I saw that. That was crazy.
And he's like, I have it. It's all just sitting here. So why not just get it into other people's hands? And I think that that's hilarious, because we went from everybody going, oh yeah, if you want original art of mine, $800. And I was like, whew, I like love you to death and really wish, like, good on you for pricing it where you feel that you should be. You have priced it way out of my price range. Like, that's not something I can do, but I'll help.
So, like some artists do that. They can't let go of their work, so they outprice themselves. Something else that I want to talk about is, with all these perks, you can actually add on a page as well when you check out. So you don't have to necessarily buy the Casino Royale with the comic book page. Like, you can buy, you know, the tier that has the 85 and the 77, and then in checkout you could add pages there as well.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, those are the only add-ons like that we have in the back. If anyone, you know, has run a campaign, the add-ons are a nightmare when it comes to shipping. So I don't do a whole lot of add-ons anymore.
Yeah, I get that. So below Casino Royale, we have a full house. What's this one?
So the full house is the same one as the feature tier. It has all that stuff that we talked about. You just get the comic book pages too. Yeah. So I mean, like, as I was saying before, a lot of this stuff is like the same ingredients, just kind of put in different orders.
Right.
So there's nothing too new below. It's just like we have a few simple ingredients, and then instead of like having all these different type of add-ons in the back, we just made some tiers, and people can just find the tiers that are appropriate for them.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's not bad. So basically, Casino Royale is using the book, large sticker, and a page.
Yep.
This is all of the extras. So the pin set, the poker chips, the postcards, the sticker pack, everything.
And a page.
Plus a page. And then this is 2 pages, and this is 2 pages.
Yeah. The double page spreads. I'm a fan of doing double page spreads. If anyone's looked at my work, I do a lot of the Taco Bell method. That's what my friends call it. Oh shit! What was I just saying? I forget.
where it's just adding on to keep from having a bunch of add-ons in the back.
Yeah. I was saying something else, but I forget now. But anyway, no. Like, what I was saying was, I'm a big fan of the double page spread. Like, if you look at my art, I like doing double page spreads just because they're entertaining. They're fun to do, like, which is the most important part for me. And then, they look great, and like, if you put them in a frame and stuff like that. So, like, I'm a big fan of the double page spread.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I definitely can tell, and what you've got for original artwork on here is insane. It is so cool. We had our first question of the stream from Wolverine. He said, how did you get away with doing He-Man and Voltron stickers?
I didn't say that those were He-Man and Voltron stickers. If you think they look like He-Man and Voltron stickers, that's on you.
Yeah, they're just a nondescript man in a loincloth and a little bit of armor.
That's right.
And,
that's right.
and some robots.
Yep, that's all it is. Yeah, I like last time I did like a Optimus Prime head and some other. It was all robot. I did a G.I. Joe bat, and I just called it robot sticker pack, you know.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, it's not that I'm getting away with it. It's just I don't think Mattel cares a whole lot if I sell a couple stickers.
Not yet.
Yeah, not yet, not yet.
Maybe eventually.
Yeah, I mean, if we get up into big numbers, I'm sure they'll care. But I think we're kind of below the radar. And like I'm not sure if anyone out there is knowledgeable of third-party transformers. Third-party transformers is kind of like these companies that make like, let's say they make what we would call an Optimus Prime, but they call him like City Commander. But it's basically Optimus Prime. It's just that the likeness isn't copyrighted, just the name Optimus Prime. So
Right.
in China, they do a lot of these, like, you can call them bootlegs, but in some ways they're actually more detailed than the actual Hasbro toys. So I mean, I feel like as long as I'm not out there calling it He-Man, calling it Voltron, advertising it, I think we're going to be okay.
Yeah, that I think you'll be okay
Yep.
until you start pulling in,
say no more. Exactly. Yeah.
until you start pulling in big numbers, and then they'll come after you. But at that point, that's a cease and desist, and you just go, okay.
Well, yeah.
I mean, and then you're done.
I'll take it down, but I'll still sell it.
Yeah. VIP wants to know, have we already talked about possible variant covers? We have not. Do you have any?
So well, like there was some variant covers in the work. I'm sure everyone knows. Like Ethan mentioned doing one. But like the dude's so busy. I'm not totally gonna hold him to it at all. He mentioned wanting to do one about a month ago, and we were excited. But I mean, the guy's like super busy, so I'm not holding him to it. Like, just the fact that he lets us come on his show and promote our book and hang out, it's like he does so much for the community already. Like I think I have a variant cover idea that I would like to do myself. It's super 80s. I don't want to say it's going to be our poster design. Once we get to 30K, everyone's going to get a free poster. But that might be a variant cover. I've talked to a couple other people that are interested in doing some variant covers. I don't want to name names just because I don't want to kind of put them on the spot, but some of them are like super, super big.
That's awesome.
Yeah. And there's one artist particular who is not officially a CG artist. But he's been recently been having some trouble with the mainstream comic book biz. And he might come over here and do a cover for us. So, like, if I, I'm not gonna say his name. If I say his name, people would flip out. But possibly. And this is what I told Ethan about not sweating about the cover. I was like, we still have Johnny Phantasm 1993. We still have Johnny Phantasm 2001. There's plenty of opportunities to do comic book or covers for us if you can't do it this time around.
Right.
So yeah, I'm not gonna hold anyone to it. It's like we have to make it there on our own steam. It's like I feel kind of bad because a lot of people kind of depend on Ethan to kind of get things moving, because he's kind of like the Howard Stern, and I think a lot of us have to kind of like do some of the work ourselves and not rely on other people. So if we have someone that does a cover, that's gonna be fun and that's gonna be great. But if not, the book is still gonna be good and the book is still gonna be exciting.
Absolutely. So we've got a question from Jason. He says, I need my tree question answered today. So his tree question is, if you were a tree, what tree would you be?
I would probably say a pine, some type of pine, just because they smell good.
Fair.
Very
sticking with your nostalgic theme that you got going with Johnny Phantasm 1985 too.
Well, I mean,
Christmas.
It's weird. It's like, when winter comes, because I live in Florida. I'm from New Jersey, but I live in Florida. Florida smells the same year round. It smells exactly the same. It just smells tropical. Like when you go up to New Jersey and up north, it's like the seasons have a very distinct smell with them. And one of the things that I miss smelling is pine. Like we don't smell pine here,
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I completely get that.
Yeah.
Wolverine had another good question. He said, what made you decide on the Sugar Skull motif? How did you come up with that design for Johnny?
Well, when Evan came up with the idea of this Greek gangster whose name his real name is Johnny Don't Care. That's his gangster name. We wanted something to happen to him, and Evan is he's a lawyer by trade. He runs a restaurant now, a family-owned restaurant, but he used to be a lawyer. He just got sick of being a lawyer, but he lived in New Orleans for a long time. So there is a little bit of type of nod to type of voodoo, like New Orleans type of vibe stuff, and the sugar skull is kind of just how we represent it. Now, there's a huge backstory about New Detroit, and it's like we don't go into it like a whole lot, but it has a lot to do with New Orleans and the Mississippi. And the trade routes and kind of going up to Detroit. And that's not stuff that we necessarily talk about in the story a whole lot, but it's hinted there, here and there. So it's like one of the things that that's important to us, and this is something that I learned, in writing classes, is there's this thing called the iceberg theory, where it's like you have a huge iceberg, right? But you only see a little bit of the iceberg,
Right.
So that's the way that we kind of developed the story with Johnny. It's like there's a lot of substance underneath that you can't see, and what you're seeing is just a little bit, But there's a big iceberg underneath the water, and some of the history, and I think we're going to touch upon that. Like once we get to 2001, 2001 is going to be a graphic novel. So. We're gonna address a lot of stuff in 2001 because it's gonna be a nice big book. What we're doing, so 1977 was a newsprint, 1985 was a newsprint. Now once we get to 1993, we're gonna start moving to the glossy paper with the foil covers, because that's what these type of comic books were popular in the 90s. So when we do Johnny Phantasm 1993. I'm actually going to be doing it in a Extreme Studios type of style, or my version of it. Okay. And then when we get to 2001 is going to be a graphic novel, because in the early 2000s, that's when the graphic novel started to become popular. So we're trying to create an experience here where it's like the book is changing with the year and it's kind of evolving with the reader. Does that make any sense?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Wolverine wanted to clarify, he was meaning more artistically. How did you come up with what design you wanted to use? Which I get. Like sugar skulls are really varied, and you have some really interesting parts to this, as I became very acutely aware as I was painting myself up.
Well, I wanted to keep it simple because I'm going to talk about this here in a little bit. We wanted to make a toy out of him, so it had to be simple, but it had to be graphic. I liked, I've always wanted a tattoo here. So so I've always wanted a tattoo here. So that was something that I wanted to add. And then, Johnny is all about the gold. If you read the story, you'll find out, but his main interest in life is gathering up as much gold as he can. And so that's why I had the gold around his eyes and so forth. Although something I did notice that you missed in your makeup is his nose is actually a spade too.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that mostly came down to all the angles that I could see. I could not for the life of me see it.
Yeah. So I mean, it's hard to see in some angles, but yeah,
I do see it. Damn it, I was close.
Yeah. And then what's gonna happen is, so in Johnny Phantasm 77, he's got the spade, and then in 85 he's got the diamond. Spoiler alert, at the end of 85, he's gonna end up getting the clove right here, and eventually he's gonna have the heart, and then that's when he's gonna have the whole hand. And that's when he has complete control over the whole city, because each gang has their own symbol. Right. In 77, he's going up against the Russians, and the Russians are the diamonds. Okay. And then in 85, he's going up against the church and the government, and they're the club. And then what he's searching for is he has to find out who the heart is. He the heart isn't a gang, so he doesn't know who it is. So he's trying to kind of figure out like who the heart is in all this.
Right. Gotcha. That's crazy. Oh my gosh, we had so many questions pop up while we were talking. Cygnus wants to know, Patrick, how's your hangover?
It was rough this morning.
Oh, do you have a big party?
No, it was Ethan's birthday last night.
Oh,
So like we were on Shane's channel and we were just drinking heavily and just talking about comic books and oh yeah. So and yeah, my wife just showed me an empty bottle of Bacardi and she's like, what why is this empty?
It's like, why? And you're just like, it's okay, babe. Like,
there wasn't much in there to begin with, but like for the record. Very but so yeah, it was Ethan's birthday, so we were just kind of up celebrating and
nice.
not really schlepping comic books, just kind of being fun and joking around. But it was a fun stream.
Yeah, I mean, you know, chill streams are some of the funnest sometimes.
I saw a question in the chat who about 2001. Okay, so it says 2001 takes place on the moon, right? It doesn't actually like the moon will probably be in it, but it actually has more to do with Saturn.
Okay.
So I mean, that's what's fun about this is like when Johnny Phantasm starts off, he's like a hitman being sent out on a hit, and then in 2001, he's on Saturn. I mean, just to show you that like the roller coaster that we're going here.
Yeah, it's not even remotely the same.
No, but it's seamless. Like it will.
It'll flow.
Yeah, no, the cat's right here. I fed them before I went on. That's kind of something that I've learned about streaming is before I go on, I have to feed the cat so they're all sedated.
Nice, so they won't drive you insane. Luke, you should try that. Death Metal Hero, every time he streams, all of his cats are like, I think it's time that we, rub our faces in your mohawk and beard while you're trying to talk.
Yeah. Well, yeah, well, this one right here, he likes to lay like right on my wires. He like we have a 1,500 square condo. He can lay anywhere. He has to lay right on my wires that connect my internet to the computer. It's so bizarre.
He's keeping them warm for you.
Yeah, they're warming up. I think he's laying on them because they're warm.
Probably, most likely. Wolverine asks, will you add a homage character of Cecil to the book after the mob kills him?
I think I am definitely going to squeeze Cecil in there in the background. It's funny because like the Garbage Pail Kid idea was his because he saw that we posted a couple of the Garbage Pail Kids that we did, and he was like, let's make a card out of me. And I was like, yeah. I'm like, do you want any money for that, or using your likeness? He's like, no. And he actually came up with the name. He sent me a bunch of names, and Cirrhosis Cecil was the name that we decided to go with. But yeah, like that name was his idea.
Oh, that's funny. Thank you, Dan, for stopping by. I'm pretty sure I know what you're gonna go mod, but you have a good one, sir. Where was the other questions? Right here is Baron Samedi or any other voodoo gods involved in the story?
No.
Okay.
No. They're like we kind of have these fictional gods. They're like basically like what it is that it's these three priests from Atlantis that get imprisoned in a alternate reality. And when the priest puts this curse on Johnny, they basically possess him. And what's happening is there's these priests that were banished to another reality, like very similar to like the Phantom Zone, like in Star or Superman, but they're trying to get back to this reality. They've been in this floating rock for like 100,000 years. And they're kind of like the comic relief. Like, I don't know, have you ever seen Anastasia?
Yes.
Like you remember Rasputin, how he was goofy?
And his two little bumbling.
Yeah. Well, it's like these guys are like three goofy Rasputins, and they're always arguing with each other because they're stuck on like this rock floating through space. So they're actually kind of like our comic relief of the story.
That's awesome. I love it. The animated Anastasia is probably one of my favorite animated movies, just because I love how they handled like Rasputin and him falling apart and everything constantly. Like every time he got frustrated, like his lips just slide down his beard, his eye just pops out and everything.
Yeah. It's great.
We also had Pastor Dan wanted to know how long before Patrick goes completely independent and gives up the school job.
Well, I'm trying. Ethan actually said something to me about that last night. About knowing my own worth, and I've been teaching for like 11 years now, going on 12. And it has ups and downs. Like for the most part, it's pretty fruitful to kind of help students go and do stuff. But the problem is, it's like dealing with like administrators and dealing with like bosses that are idiots. So I'm gonna see how well 85 goes and how well the toy goes, because we're gonna be launching the toy soon as well. And if those go pretty well, then I'll probably stop doing the teaching. Although right now, like today, like I talked to one of my bosses, and they're trying to get me to do more teaching next semester. So it's hard to say no to money sometimes.
Yeah.
But
what do you teach?
I teach digital illustration, drawing, stuff like that.
That's not bad.
No, it's not bad at all.
Something that you like.
Well, I mean, it's something that I like, but it's something that I'm good at. Like, I've been a teacher for a while, and I have a knack for looking at someone's artwork and knowing exactly what they have to do to kind of make their work look professional. Gifted students or students that are beginners, I have a knack for seeing what their strengths and weaknesses are, and I can help them find jobs. But at the same time, it does take a lot of effort. It's like if I go and teach a class all day and then come home, I don't want to draw. It's like I'm spent. So it's like the money is okay. If the money was better, I would never leave. But like how things have been going recently, comic books actually have been paying better. Again, for anyone that's backed, Johnny Phantasm 1977, the first time around and the second time around, or if you backed 85, like I appreciate it, because like you guys are helping me like have a comic book career that I can sustain, and I won't have to have my teaching job anymore. So the plan is to ultimately be done with teaching, but obviously there has to be enough income to do that.
Right. No, that makes sense. I as somebody who has had the really shitty jobs and done what I needed to make ends meet, I completely get it. I'm military and I have multiple part-time jobs, so I feel you. But yeah, I think it's great that that's something that you're looking into, like something that you were able to do, and now you're looking to try and like, all right, let's just make this what I do full time.
Well, yeah, I think no matter what you do, I think 10 years is a long time to do a job. It's like if I've been a teacher for 11 years. I might as well go and do this for 15 or 20, and then. I'm probably going to be doing this until the day I die, but it's like teaching was a pretty good run. I'm getting kind of fed up with it, and I think I'd rather just be my own boss.
Yeah, that's fair. That's exactly how I feel. That's why I'm hoping that I can make this take off a little bit more, so I can be like, I don't have to do 500 part-time jobs. I can just ride out until I can retire from the Air Force in another 6 years, and then just do this kind of stuff.
Yeah. And you're monetized now, right?
Yeah, I am. Yep, we just hit monetization not too long ago. We're doing a real awesome party in October, which you totally can come hang out for. I'm just throwing that out there.
yeah, for sure. Yeah, I mean, that's the goal. Like getting monetized, and getting YouTube to work for you.
Yeah, it's definitely going to at least help, because a lot of people don't realize I don't have like a studio of cosplay stuff around here. Like I have a kitschy ass wardrobe because I'm kind of weird, and face painting skills. And that's about what I got. And so when people are like, oh yeah, like we're gonna have, we'll come on and we'll do this, and I make like more elaborate things, that's all out of pocket. That's me like going onto Amazon and seeing what I can buy and modify, and hitting up Michael's and Joann's and stuff. And so now that we're monetized, I was like, well, at least it'll make it and so my cosplay won't be as expensive. Like, we're getting there. Yeah. So you have a toy.
That's right.
That people can exchange that little poker chip for, which is sad because then you lose a poker chip.
Oh no! So that's not the case at all.
Oh,
you just have to present the poker chip. Like we're gonna have everyone's name printed out. Actually, here I will share this so people can see it better.
Yes.
So here's our poker chips right here. This is the one that everyone's getting no matter what. This was the special sign up one that you had to do a pre-sign up for, or if you get the double or nothing, that's the one that comes with 77 and 85. You also get this, and then this is our new $20,000 poker chip. Now it was interesting because Evan and I were talking, and he was there. I really like to give like the poker chips like some type of value, like not just like people collecting them. He's like he wanted them to be kind of like interactive, So,
right.
I was like, well, let's make it 20K. We'll make it 20,000. So when we get to 20,000, everyone can get it. But what the kicker is, when you get that token, you can bring it to FanFest, and we're only going to have either 25 to 30 of these. But if you have the token and present it, you will be able to buy these action figures. Now, now we're making purple versions, like a fully painted purple 1977 Johnny Phantasm. We're doing a fully painted black 1985 Johnny Phantasm. We're making a translucent green version of Johnny Phantasm, and then we're also making a limited run of the glow in the dark ones. Now, I mean, they're all limited. Like in total, I think we're only making 500 figures. We were actually able to find a toy manufacturer that would do small numbers for us, because that's the big problem. Is like when you get action figures, you have to get like 1,000 or 5,000.
Right.
Like we actually found a company that will do 200.
Wow.
So this campaign, or the toy campaign for the purple, the black, and then the translucent one, is going to be launching within like the next month or so.
Oh,
crazy. But we're gonna hoard these figures off to the side, and we're gonna save them for FanFest. Now, when you come to FanFest and you bring this poker chip here, the 20K, you will get you will be able to buy the glow in the dark action figure. Also, when you show the 20K poker chip at FanFest, we're gonna have a gift bag for you. So you're gonna get free stuff no matter what. So even if you don't want the figure, I think everyone's gonna want the figure. But if you don't want the figure and you just want a bag of free stuff to say thank you, present that 20K poker chip, and that will get you some goodies. And that's something that we're trying to do now, is like, we're doing the comic books, and now we're kind of branching out in the toys, and now the FanFest convention is coming is coming up. Well, probably like it'll be like a year or so. It's gonna be a while away, but we wanted to start getting people excited about FanFest. Ethan and John were like they were all talking about like putting together exclusive things for FanFest, like to get people out there. So this was kind of like our answer to that, was having this rare glow in the dark figure. Now what's a fun fact out there about these figures is, I'm not sure if people collect toys out there a lot, but these toys are actually going to be made by the same manufacturer that makes Super 7. I don't know if you're familiar with them, but they do like those reaction figures, like the Misfits action figures.
Okay.
Yeah. So like the company Super 7, they're super legitimate, and they're letting us use their factory, which is super great. So like these are going to be like very prestigious quality figures. Like these aren't going to be shit figures. Like these are going to be like really really nice figures. There's going to be nice packaging. Yeah. So I mean, like we're super stoked about it. Pretty soon, within the next couple weeks, we're gonna have some of the prototypes fully painted, so people can see what the 77 and the 85 one will look like. And then we're gonna have some of the packaging up as well. And then we're gonna have a sign up sheet. Again, with the sign up sheet, with the pre sign up sheet, you're gonna get a special poker chip. And I urge everyone, if they're interested, to sign up for that early mailing list so you can get that poker chip. What else did I have here? Oh, I had a bigger picture of the cards if people wanted to see this.
Oh, nice. I like it.
He's got his DMT drip, and then he actually has a hit of acid on his tongue, but you can't see it that well because it's right where the crease is. And then he's got his vodka cranberry drip, and then he's got his whiskey, and he's got his little raver backpack.
Oh, that's so funny! Holy crap, that's awesome.
So yeah, like the toys. The next thing like that we're gonna be working on after 1985, and I'm super excited because I'm really into toys, and I think like I was I've been talking about this for a while. Like the first wave of Comicsgate was like everyone just kind of getting used to doing the crowdfunding. Like the second wave was it filtered out a bunch of people that weren't really in the long game, Doug TenNapel, Schmiller, so forth, and then the third wave is actually making stuff. It's like we're taking it to the next level now. It's like like Ethan with his toys and with our toys. I think other people are going to start making toys. Like Cecil even asked about these figures because I think he's looking to make Cecil action figures, which would be funny.
Oh my gosh.
But yeah, so I like the third wave of Comicsgate is kind of like evolving to making other things besides comics. It's like we're all becoming our own little companies, which I think is pretty exciting.
Yeah, no, that's awesome. I love it. And that's kind of everyone living the dream. And that's how we end up succeeding is when you finally, you make it and you can be your own boss and create what you want to create and put out in the world what you wish existed, but you haven't seen. And I just wanted to point out, you are now at 17,835. So congratulations,
sweet.
Sir.
Thank you.
Jumped up a little bit there.
Yeah. Whoever bought some stuff, I appreciate that. As soon as we get to 20K, I mean, like our goal is to get to 20K in 6 days. Okay. So that's something that we're going to be pushing for. If you guys got the book, I appreciate it. If you just got it, I appreciate it. But also like share it out to your friends that are interested in this genre of comic books, but who are also interested in toys.
Yeah, absolutely. Speaking of kind of the future of where Johnny Phantasm go, Oni64 says, what type of video game would Johnny Phantasm be?
So it's interesting. Like when we were done with Johnny Phantasm 1977 the first time around, because we had two campaigns for it. The first campaign ended about a year and a half ago, and then when Diamond shut down, that's when we got in touch with Peter and we made the 3 individual newsprint with Alterna. Like what was the question again? I'm sorry.
What kind of a video game would it be?
Oh, video game. That's right. I'm sorry. I was getting a rant. Okay. But our like something that we were contemplating was, do we want to make a app style video game or do we want to make a toy? And for a minute there, like we were actually doing research on both of them. Like we wanted to make an app game because it'd be simple. Like big games are super expensive and they cost hundreds of thousands of dollars. But
years.
Yeah. So what our plan was, we were gonna buy a Joule type of engine. Like there's Joule games that you play on your phone where it's almost like Tetris.
Yeah.
We were gonna buy an engine and just put in our own assets. Now what I mean by that is like whenever you see like games like Call of Duty or stuff like that, there's an engine that runs them, and it kind
Right.
of tells the characters what to do. And then designers come in and they make what's called assets. And, like an asset is like a soldier in his clothes or a tree and so forth. Like we were gonna get like a Jewel type of game and then just put in our own assets and make it like a gambling themed app game. So I think that actually might be something that we look down, like that we do like down the road. Now, if we were gonna make like a real life, like if I had an unlimited budget for a Johnny Phantasm video game, I think we would do kind of like a Grand Theft Auto type thing, where it's just like Johnny running around like a city, just having all these different things that that he can do. But, like where it starts off where he's like nothing, and then basically he gets on a ship, and the game ends on Saturn.
That just like the every time you say that, my brain just like, hold up, what just happened? I was like, no, we're just gonna go on this journey, and we'll just see firsthand how it happens.
Yeah, here I'll actually bring up the like the other day I was sketching out ideas. I was doing some live drawing on my channel, and people just started asking me questions about Johnny Phantasm 2001, and I was trying to explain to them like how I imagined the cover, and I did a quick sketch. Let me see if I can find it real quick, because I think it'll explain to a lot of people kind of what I'm thinking as far as a plan goes. But yeah, I mean, it's very much so like 2001 Space Odyssey type feel, involved with these three ghosts that are like trapped in space. Like some of that aspect is all going to come like to a head. I'm trying to find the right one here.
Well, while you're looking, I actually had another question from Jason. He was saying, why did some people get a purple poker chip for 77? I want a fucking purple poker chip, damn it. And he said he got a black one.
Oh, the purple poker chip was for Johnny Phantasm, the graphic novel, the one that we did last year.
Okay.
The black one was for the 1977. Or for the 3 issues of 1977 is what I mean by that.
Okay.
Yeah. So, yeah. Well, I mean, right. I do have some purple ones left. So, I mean, like hit me up at DM, and maybe like we can talk about like how I can get one of those your way. I know. Like, Dan is like flipping out because Dan only has 2 of them, and he wants 3. I think there's only a couple people that have all of them. I think John.
Yeah.
Has all of them. Like not that many people have all of them.
No, I missed out on it the first time through. I'm being yelled at to refresh, so we're gonna refresh real quick.
Oh, okay.
That's what you're sitting at.
Yeah, I'm sorry. It's taking me a long...
$17,995.
Sweet, thanks,
you
guys.
Jumped a couple backers. I think that you've gotten probably 4 or 5 at least.
Awesome. I appreciate that. Thank you, everybody.
Oh, yeah, we love it. Thank you, Jason, for the reminders to refresh.
I hear crickets at your house.
Yeah, there's one cricket who has taken up residency, and I can't find the bastard, and he's loud as shit at night. So it's 9:20. Of course, he's got to just make sure everyone knows it's time to go to bed.
That's funny. Yeah. I was like, I'm sitting there, and I'm like looking around here. I'm like, is there a cricket here? Like, do I hear a cricket somewhere?
No, it's outside my door. I can hear him. I can't find him.
I'm thinking I might have lost this thing. So what I was doing, I'm trying to remember what I was drawing, but I was drawing on another layer, and I just quick added a layer just to show people what I was talking about, but I might have lost it. I'm gonna look one more place. Let me see. Was it this one?
Okay. Shae is visiting Anna. Look, just because another beautiful woman involved in this community happens to have a cricket right now, it's a thing. They just like us.
She has a cricket in her studio too.
I think so. I can't remember exactly what the story was, but it had something to do with the fact that you could hear crickets at her house.
Damn it! Yeah, I can't find that piece, but I'll. I don't want to sit here and just fart around online looking for it. But it's like the cover is gonna I don't want to. I don't want to describe it as one of those things that people have to see. But when people see the cover to Johnny Phantasm 2001, like they're gonna flip out because it's so like you're gonna see it and be like, "What the fuck?"
Nice.
But I mean, but I'm so excited. Like I'm getting ahead of myself. Like I'm so excited to finish up 1985, and I'm excited to kind of get started on 1993. I think soon, like there's going to be some images. As soon as I'm done with 85, which I'm about more than halfway through with right now. But as soon as I'm done with 85, I'm going to kind of put together a 93 cover. I'm actually going to ask Art to ink it because I want it to have a very extreme style.
I like it.
Yeah, and I'm going to be bugging Dan Fraga and Malin, getting some pointers on how to kind of draw in that style. Because I mean, I've always kind of drawn like more in like a classical type of comic book style. I've never done like the extreme studios, with like everyone's like this running towards the camera constantly.
Right.
But I want to try it, and I think story wise, sequential wise, with the books, I think it'll turn out really well.
Awesome. Eric McIntyre had a couple of questions a little late to the game. He said, when somebody buys an original page artwork, is a page picked at random by you?
No. That's why they're all numbered. So as soon as you pick a page, you just write me a message and you're like, hey, I want page D or I want page 23. Like they're all numbered. So again, that's something that I like doing because for me personally, I don't want a random page. It's like I want to know what I'm getting. And as I finish pages, like I have people that have bought pages but haven't picked out their pages yet because they're waiting for me to finish the whole book because they want to see some of the later pages. So but some people see some, like the first day, like the cover was gone the first day, like pretty much any page that had a pumpkin on it was gone like within like the first day almost. So it's like you kind of just look at the pages you want. You order the page and then just write me a message and say, hey, I want this page, and then I will write it down. I have a list of who's getting what, and I will put a sold stamp on it, and it will be yours.
Jason saying, how do I pick? Because that's the tier he backed. I'm pretty sure you just sent an DM, right? Or an email.
Who, me?
Yeah. So Jason backed for a page, but he doesn't know how to pick it.
Oh, okay, yeah. Just write me a message on there and just tell me, like, if you scroll down the page, all the pages have numbers, as I just said. Just write me a message on well, you can hit me up on Twitter, but you can also hit me up on the Indiegogo. You can message me. Just tell me what page you want, and I will I'll mark it down and put a sold stamp on it.
That's awesome. Eric says he's gonna get one on payday, which is badass. We love
Sweet,
that.
appreciate that.
His other question is probably gonna end up being the last question for the evening. He wants to know about purchasing back issues. We'll go over it one more time just to make sure everyone understands that's still a possibility.
Yeah. So under the perk called Double or Nothing, you're able to buy Johnny Phantasm 1977, the graphic novel. And you're also able to get Johnny Phantasm 1985, the comic book. We did have some left over. We sold out of those already. But now we're giving you the option to get the graphic novel. So if you want to have the complete story, you can have the complete story that way.
That's awesome. That is exactly what I got because both 77 and 85 are important years for me. So I was like, how did I miss that the first time around? It didn't occur to me. So I had to, at a minimum, I had to get those two because those are important years, and it's going to be great. Well, honestly, dude, this has been crazy awesome. This has been really, really fun, and you have a really unique and interesting looking campaign for sure. I'm very intrigued, and I really can't wait to see exactly what between your cat and my dog. Really?
Yeah, I don't know what this one wants right now. What are you running from?
This dog is trying to get what's left of my bagel.
So. Oh, gotcha. This is Pidge right here. We thought Pidge was a girl, like when we first got him. And then we found out it was a boy, so we named him after Pidge from Voltron.
Yeah,
And
that I love the kitty. So cute.
I don't know why. I don't know what he wants. What do you want?
He just wants the attention. You have been talking to this crazy girl online long enough, damn it.
He's got a weird look on his face, like he wants something. I don't know what he wants.
Oh.
I know he wants to. Here, see, this is what happens. He wants to clean. He wants to clean the other one.
Oh, okay. Oh my gosh. Look at them. They're so cute.
This is nonstop. This is what happens.
Oh,
They're
look at how much they love each other.
Oh yeah, they're so gay for each other. But that's okay. You know, I accept them.
That right? That's awesome. Well, I wanted to say I'm really intrigued by this. I remember seeing when you launched Johnny Phantasm 77, and I was like, oh, let me think about it. I'm not so sure. And then the campaign was over, and I was like, oh, well
see, like that was the thing was we ordered the books even before we went live.
Yeah.
Because you know, that's right when Diamond went out of business, or I mean, shut down for whatever that was. And you know, like I turned to Evan and I was like, we need to get some books out there because people want comic books right now, you know. And then I called up Peter. Peter gave us a super good price. But the thing was, like, we had to order them right then, so we only ordered 1,500.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, like we sold out of those in a month and a week.
Oh wow.
So the campaign ended, and then you know, Ethan kind of bust my chops. He was like, "Dude," he's like, "Why don't you like?" He's like, "You could have made so much more money on this." And I was like, "We already ordered them beforehand." And he's like, "That's not really the way you should be doing it." And then I mean, like, kind of what we're doing right now is also this, like, you know, like I've been a fantasy illustrator. You know, I worked for Wizards of the Coast, and I worked for the New York Times, and I've been a teacher. I haven't really been like doing a lot of comic books, you know, like I did work on Ninja Turtles and Mega Man and Sonic and some stuff here and there, but I'm not like a big name. So what I'm doing right now is I'm trying to build up a fan base. So when we get to 2001, the graphic novel, everyone wants it, you know. So I mean, so just like you, it's like you know, like you weren't sure about it, but now you do want it. Like,
Mm-hmm.
you know, I want more people like that. I'm gonna gather these more people. I want to get the name out there. I think once people see the toy, it's gonna open up new doors, because the indie toy scene is a whole nother scene.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. It's like there's people that are just obsessed with like indie toys. So I want to go and scoop up some of those guys, get some of those guys buying some comics. And then my plan is by the time we get to 2001, which is going to be in about a year and a half, we're going to kill it.
Oh yeah. Oh, I have no doubt. The thing is you've got, it's such a unique campaign, and there's so much that you're doing, right? You have so much for merchandise. You've got so much hype around it, and you've done so many cool little nods to, you know, yes, to CG, but also like by and large to the generations that you're covering. You know, you're doing it like 85, everything was newsprint, so we're doing newsprint. But when we hit 90s, we're doing the nice glossy with the foil covers, because that's what they did in the 90s. So it's right. Like buying parts of history and some of that nostalgia that you got, but you're also backing something brand new, which is a crazy awesome kind of dichotomy you got going, which is
I mean, and that's something that that we probably couldn't get a publisher to do. You know, like a publisher wouldn't want to do that. You know, it's like it would be messy, it'd be problematic. Like this way, you know, we're the master of our own domain. We can kind of do what we want.
Exactly. Well, and you know that they would want consistency. So I like the fact that you're saying, screw it, we're going to do what we want to do, what we think is best for our IP and for what we want, and this is how we're going to do it. Yeah. It's refreshing that this is something that people can do now.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I wanted to thank you very much, sir, for coming and hanging out with us. It's been a real pleasure. And it's been an hour and almost 15 minutes. It's just like flown by. It does not feel like it.
Yeah, it was this fun chatting with you. And I love your makeup. It came out really well.
Thank you. I was 95% accurate.
I'll say 100%. I'll give it to you.
Oh, that's nice of you. That's very sweet.
Because I don't always draw. I don't always draw that thing, anyways, too. Because sometimes like I forget about it, or it's in a weird angle and you can't tell. You know. Yep. So
Yeah.
so I'll give you a pass.
I like it. Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you everyone in the chat. To you guys are, as always, just absolutely amazing. And we appreciate everyone who backed, everybody who's come out, and anyone who shares this project out. Please share this far and wide. This is a really exciting team and some really awesome they're trying to do here. So let's make sure that we get as many eyes on this as possible. Let's get them to their goal that they are not far from. First, it says 5 days left on Indiegogo. So
it's just 5 days.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, in 5 days, like we'd like to get to 20K.
$2,005 more.
Yeah. So I mean, it's totally doable. Yeah. I mean, it's like we're gonna have some like we're gonna be pushing it over the whole weekend. And then we're gonna have like a big stream on my channel, like probably like Tuesday night. Shane's gonna come over, and I'm gonna bring John over, and hopefully Cecil will come over, and
nice.
we're gonna close out that first 30 days, and then onward after that.
Hell yeah, that'll be amazing. Make sure that you guys share this, and while you're sharing out things, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Red Valkyrie. Thank you guys so much for making us over monetization. We want to see those numbers keep climbing. I want to be able to do this instead of the other 10 jobs that I have to do. So the more you guys share this out and help me get more support, the more likely that is. So thank you guys so much for being here, and just thanks again for hanging out, Patrick. It's been a blast.
Yeah, no, thank you for having me. Also, if you guys would go over and check out my channel on YouTube. It's called Riot Press Productions. I do a lot of like art tutorial and time lapse and toy reviews, and my wife does like these fun little cocktail videos where she'll do like these toy themed how to make cocktail videos, which are fun. So yeah, like run over to Riot Press Productions on YouTube as well.
Yeah, and once this video posts back up to YouTube, I'll make sure to add that link in there, and so you guys can find it easy in the description as well. So thank you guys so much for hanging out, and we will catch you all next time. See you later.